What follows is an affectionate look back at a bygone era. I salute those who came before me for intrepidly paving the way and supporting future generations to move through the world with pride and resilience. Thank you.
I don't understand when I fit in.
Friends of Dorothy, Episode 5, Things That Go Bump in the Night, by David Rector. 40 years ago. One Sunday, 1:15 a.m. All dark, save for a courtyard light. Out of the shadows emerges Georgia, 24, in just underwear. She searches for the kitchen. She finds a glass, although clangs with another, fills it with water. Mikey's bedroom door is ajar. The rest are closed.
The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog.
Georgia looks quizzically towards the bedrooms, then exits. Another piece of crockery falls in the wash rack.
No. We must leave now. It isn't safe.
Simon groggily emerges from his divider with a sheet under his arm. He mutters indiscernibly as he staggers. He arrives at the kitchen, swings his hands about, knocking over a coin bowl.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka.
Simon heads to the sofa and falls on it, curling up, still asleep, wrapping the sheet around himself. Steph opens her door cautiously, peers out, looks around, then closes it. Simon, inadvertently in stretching his limbs, kicks a book from the sofa to the floor, landing with a thud. He gets up and ambles back to the divider and his mattress.
We haven't done anything wrong. Just leave us be.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
Steph reopens her door, now looking terrified. She turns to Mikey's door, looks puzzled, and turns to William's.
William, did you hear all those noises?
No, but I can hear you. What's up?
I don't know.
What did you hear?
I don't know.
Can you still hear it?
I don't know.
What do you know? Go back to sleep. Good night.
William?
Yes.
Can you get up, please?
Why?
I think there's someone in the house.
There are many someones in the house.
No, I mean an intruder. Oh, you scared me.
You asked me to get up. I'm up.
Can you have a look around?
Sure.
William slides between the door and Steph, closing it quietly. He tiptoes into the kitchen and around the nook into the lounge. He stubs his toe on an object and stifles his profane reaction. Steph remains frozen by her door. He returns to her.
What was it? A mouse? A cockroach? A burglar?
A book by Jean-Paul Sartre. Troubled Sleep. I can relate. I tripped over it.
Sorry, that's mine. Existentialism. But how did it come to be there, I wonder?
Ask the book. It would have the answer.
Something made noise. Lots of noise and voices.
Burglars seldom talk. Kinda gives the game away.
You mean there's more than one?
You're telling the story. It was probably the blob staggering home from work.
No, inside noises. I heard talking.
Can I go back to bed? I'm whispered out.
Okay, thanks. Oh, can I have the book, please?
What? Now?
Yes, please.
You want to read about existential angst at 1:20 in the morning?
No, I'd use it if the burglar returns.
I don't think philosophy will deter him from a life of crime.
Very funny. No, I'd bop him with it.
William quietly retrieves it, handing it to her.
Sleep well, Steph.
Sleep? After that, I shall keep one eye open.
Okay, we'll try to get some shut-eye. One, at least.
They both close their doors together, making more noise.
No. Not again. You've got no right. Leave me be.
Simon rises, bumps into his divider, and roams again.
Ooka chaka. 30 days hath September, April, June, November. All the rest have 31, but for February, which has 28, except the leap year when it has 29.
Steph and William simultaneously appear, showing their heads.
Oh, you scared me again.
You're pretty frightening yourself.
Thanks. There's a man in the house. I'm sure of it. I heard him speaking just now.
Nah, it's Mikey. I know that babble anywhere.
Didn't sound like him. It stopped.
I doubt that. He's never short of a word, or 700.
Who is he talking to? A one-night stand?
To himself. He's talking in his sleep. Listen.
They both intently turn to Mikey's door, waiting.
Oh my God, what was that? Find the light switch.
William protectively moves in front of Steph to find out.
Find her by the light, like a runner in the night.
Where's the broom?
You want to do housework at this hour?
To whack the intruder if he tries to run away.
Round and round the ragged rock, the ragged rascal ran.
Oh, what a shame. He was doing so well, too.
Steph finds the kitchen light illuminating. Simon slumped on the living room floor.
There you go. It was Simon. He was the intruder. Nothing to worry about, Steph.
Really? Your flatmate is slumped on the carpet, but that's no biggie? Is he dead?
Of course he's not dead. He's asleep. I hope.
Shouldn't we check? He might need medical attention.
You're the one with 3 degrees. You do it. I'm going back to bed. I'll lose my voice whispering.
I'm not a doctor. How can you be so cavalier, William? He may have had a stroke.
I doubt it. He's 20. Maybe he conjured up and inhabited an old fella for a seance. I don't know. I can see him breathing. His colour looks fine. Should we wake him up?
Red and blue makes purple. Blue and yellow makes green. And yellow and red makes orange.
Steph approaches Simon. She pokes him gently, but pointedly.
Well, that won't tell you much.
The sound of a drawer closing in one of the bedrooms makes both Steph and William jump. Simon is still sleeping.
This house is haunted.
I didn't think you believed in the occult.
With Mikey speaking in tongues and Simon tripping in his sleep, I'll reconsider it.
I'd better go and see what that was.
Steph pokes Simon again, this time a little more firmly. He swats her away with his hand.
He's fine. He must have just gone for a stroll.
Oh, terrific. A sleep talker and a sleepwalker.
At least they're getting some slumber. We aren't.
Will, what's going on?
Steph turns to William. She smirks. He looks guilty.
Yes, Will. What is going on?
I'm coming.
Now I know why you wanted to get back to bed.
That, and it's the middle of the night. It's not what you think.
Oh, it's exactly what I think. Good for you. Will?
Will, come back to bed, Will. It's late. Will?
Will you still love me tomorrow?
Go. If we're quiet, maybe he'll be quiet too. I'll take care of the wandering hippie.
Will?
William swiftly darts into his bedroom. Steph sighs and carefully climbs onto the sofa so she is above Simon, readies herself to engage with him. She is about to gently rouse him by placing a hand on his shoulder when a loud knock on the door startles her and she loses her balance, falling on Simon.
I think you better knock, knock, knock on wood.
Heidi, hi! It's Viv! Are you all okay? Let me in!
Do me a favour. Open the door and let him in.
He's a sleeping jukebox.
Simon looks groggily at Steph, who repositions on the floor.
Why did you fall on me?
I have a better question. Why are you sprawled on the floor?
Steph, I can hear you. Open up. I'm here to help.
I highly doubt that. Okay, but keep it down.
Simon awakens. Steph lets in Viv.
I thought someone was being murdered in here.
Shh. It might still happen, you know.
Oh, now I'm really concerned. Is everyone okay?
I'm still ascertaining that. Did you have a bad dream?
Me? Ah, no. But I did hear some strange sounds.
Yep, that sums it up. Did the blob send you over?
Oh, no. I'm on my pattern alone. I was worried for you.
You're not scared, are you, Viv?
Maybe. A little. The Smith family never made so much as a peep during the night.
William and Georgia emerge. She is wearing one of William's business shirts. He is in t-shirt and briefs.
Off to work, are you?
This is Georgia. Steph, Georgia, and Simon, and...
Georgia. I said, Georgia, you're on my mind.
Everyone turns towards Mikey's bedroom. Viv carries on.
I'm Viv from next door. Neighbourhood Watch.
I didn't think you were selling Amway at this hour. In your dressing gown.
When do you sleep, Viv?
In the winter time, dolls. So, what was the hubbub?
A multitude of nocturnal disturbances, that's all.
The night is always the most scary, just before,
1:30? I think you mean the darkest before dawn, but we're not there just yet.
So you're here for William, are you, Georgia?
George is a friend of mine, yep.
Do all your friends get to wear your shirts and not much else at 1:23 a.m.?
It's 1:27 now.
So you are conscious, Simon. We were worried.
I'm very sorry, everyone. I had a series of nightmares. They were really horrible.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
Georgia looks at William, who laughs nervously.
He's practicing for an amateur production of The Sound of Music.
Very amateur.
Are you okay, Simon? Did you hurt yourself?
Hello? I fell too.
Yes, on top of me. I seem to be okay. Thanks.
I am too, if anybody's concerned.
Did Betty and Joan try to kill each other again? Was Maxwell Smart battling Siegfried? Did Dolly Parton explode?
What the dickens are you talking about?
Simon dreams about famous people. It's like watching an episode of Entertainment Tonight here.
Tonight, it all began tonight.
Does he have an off button?
Is he singing to someone? Did he get lucky?
Singing is putting it kindly. No, unless he is holding some poor hapless male hostage to his rambling, he's having a natter in his sleep.
It's a long way to the shop if you want a sausage roll.
I'll go and check on him.
Simon curls up on the sofa as if nothing had happened. Georgia goes to the kitchen to refill her glass. Viv winks at William.
So, you're having a girl this week, are you, love?
It's not like that, Viv. Georgia is a friend.
But she is a girl.
Yes, she's a girl. She's not a pot plant. A friend.
Good for you, William. At least you got lucky.
We're just mates. Sharing a bed. Sleep. But it seems very little of that happens in this house, and when it does, it is riddled with talking, walking, and things that go bump in the night.
Well, sorry, I'm so tired. It was nice to meet you all, but I'm going back to bed. Will?
Now there's an invitation you can't pass up.
Not that it's anyone's business, but we were just sleeping together.
I think you're just shy. Strapping young fella
How
like...
about I escort you back to your place, Viv?
Dressed like that? Just a top and dax. Both very snug, if I may be so bold. You'd be arrested. And what will the neighbours say?
You're the neighbours.
Oh, so I am. No, I'll wait a wee while longer.
Suit yourself. I want to check everyone's okay.
Georgia seems nice. She's very pretty.
Chatty girl.
It's the middle of the night. What would you like, scintillating banter?
Will, the bed is cold without you, Will. Come back to bed, Will. It's late. Will, come back. Will.
I'm coming.
Ooh, I think you're wanted. What must she make of us?
I dread to think. I'll let you know when the reviews are in. You guys really know how to put on a good show. It's like a Broadway musical.
There's no business like show business like no business I know.
Seems that Steph hasn't roused him yet.
No. One must be very careful in doing an intervention and when dealing with an altered state. I know.
Having Steph fall on you would have been jarring.
So tell us about Georgia.
She's nice. In final year law. She's going places.
Overseas.
The Supreme Court. Hopefully. A barrister.
Impressive. Not chatty, but smart and attractive in her own way.
Are you dating?
For the last time, no, we're just friends.
In the same bed on a Saturday night? Well, I never. What's true, I haven't. I've only ever had the blob.
Why does it always have to be about sex?
I understand. Sometimes kissing and cuddling is just as nice.
We don't do that either.
So what do you do?
When we're not being interrupted? Sleep. Perchance to dream. Why is the concept so foreign?
Oh, I don't know. You modern people with your fancy ideas. Here you are with a lovely girl in the next room and you're here talking to the likes of me.
Disturbing, isn't it? Among a litany of disturbing things right now. Simon, do you sleepwalk a lot?
Not too often, that I know of. But if the nightmare is real enough, I will literally fall out of bed and drag everything with me.
It's good you didn't have far to fall from my mattress.
I've awakened to find myself in the oddest places.
That could be most dangerous, young Simon.
I come to, eventually. This nightmare was due to the police raids. We've had 3 this month alone.
How do they play out in the dreams?
People are trapped in cupboards, attics, or closets, and usually several stormtroopers with machetes force them out. They are always so noisy and violent.
Who did you conjure up for the nightmare just now?
The Brady Bunch, the Partridge Family, and the Osmonds.
Wow, that's a lot of teeth and cheesy smiles.
I must have acted it out and fled my cubicle.
I'm so sorry, Simon. It's understandable those horrific police raids stay with you as they do.
I've lost count of the number of times I've been arrested. I've never been charged with anything. Just dragged out, handcuffed, and thrown into a paddy wagon. They release us an hour later.
You poor mite. You've had a lifetime of bad luck.
It's not a matter of luck, Viv. It's police harassment, bigotry. It's ignorance. It's wrong.
Let's talk about something else. Can we?
I'll go and see how Steph is managing Mikey.
Mikey's bedroom, 1:30 a.m. Steph is seated on the bed. Mikey is face up, occasionally turns his head to her. William enters.
The left hand doesn't necessarily know what the right hand is doing.
He's been gabbing away like this for a while.
It's good to have the gift of the gab.
Does he know you're there?
I'm not entirely sure he's there. It's weird.
Ever seen it before?
No, I mean, God knows he can talk, but this?
You sure he's not pulling your leg? I mean, it is Mikey. He loves to fool around.
No, he is both awake and asleep at the same time. It's like he's in a trance.
I won't dance, don't ask me.
Should we wake him up? Simon says to be careful.
They're quite the pair, aren't they? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure a stitch in time saves 9, but I'm what?
Mikey, we're having a nice little talk. Do you know where you are?
Aisle 5. Returns are endless. So many books, so little time. I have to get all the trolleys emptied by 4. The reading station has to be reset. Expecting 15 students under 10, or is it 10 students under 15?
I have no doubt you will sort it out, Mikey. I shall leave you to it and see you soon.
Steph plants a gentle kiss on his forehead.
No kissing allowed in the library, but there is a hidden spot just behind compactor D.
Steph and William tiptoe out, ever so gently closing his door. They head for the kitchen. Back in the living room, Viv is curled up on one end of the sofa, Simon the other.
I was sitting over at mine and thinking, Viv, I said, there is never a dull moment next door. It's better than the movie of the week.
It's a late show horror flick, I'm afraid.
Yes, it does seem that you and Mikey are troubled.
I think we all are a little bit that way, Viv. So why don't you want to go back to your home?
Well, it's obvious, Pet. I'm needed here.
We're okay now. Mikey seems quiet. Don't you want to be in your own bed?
Not particularly, no.
Can I have your hand?
I'm a married lady, and you like boys, don't you?
No, I mean, give me your hand. I'll read it.
Viv hesitatingly offers her hand to the sincere Simon. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, 1:40 a.m.
I'm unfamiliar with sleep issues, but I wonder if Simon and his commotion set Mikey off.
Not to mention you and I having a whisper-a-thon right outside his bedroom.
I don't know when it started. Did you notice?
No. But then again, I am one bedroom further away.
And let's not forget you had your hands full.
There's nothing going on, Steph. George is a buddy. A mate.
I hope she knows that and isn't pining for you.
Sleeping, I hope, not pining. We just like to share a bed occasionally. Why is that so strange? And in this house, too. I thought we were alternative.
Point taken. As long as you're on the same page. Why don't you go back and share that bed?
I will. I just want to make sure Simon's okay now. He was pretty shaken up after his ordeal.
Steph and William saunter back into the living room.
There's your lifeline. That one's the heart line. And this one is the fate line. Oh my. This one is really long and jagged.
I'm 45 years old, lovey. Wear and tear.
This one points to another. Maybe a close relative? A parent? A child? A husband? See how it goes all the way there? Then it just stops. Abruptly.
What does it mean?
It means you need to stop doing the washing up, Viv. You have dish hands.
It's indicating trouble. Turbulence. Upset.
You can see all that? You're sure it's me?
I'm picking up some very unsettling vibrations.
Well, with all the shenanigans in this house, I'm not surprised.
No. In your house.
That's ridiculous. You can't see that from my hand.
Try not to block the aura, Viv. It never lies.
The only thing blocked in my house is the toot.
I'm sensing some resistance, so I'll say no more.
Good. I don't think I like this hand-holding.
Palm reading. I'm sorry you're upset by it.
Right. Well, after all these night manoeuvres, I am too wide awake for sleep. But a snack? Anyone?
Yes, please. Those night terrors really take it out of me.
I'll do it. I want to be useful.
Viv darts into the kitchen. William sits on the beanbag, Steph and Simon on the sofa. William realises he is only wearing briefs down below and covers with a cushion.
What a shame Mikey slept through seeing you in your briefs, William. He will be miffed.
Shall I get dressed?
It's fine. Simon, perhaps go easy on Viv.
That's a bit rich. You're always sending her up.
I know, but something's not right.
So you read it too?
From her affect, not her lifeline. Something's up.
So? What should we do?
Stopping this whispering would be a start. And don't we have enough of our own dramas?
I'm thinking maybe she needs safe haven too.
Who are you? What have you done with our Steph?
What? She's clearly vulnerable right now.
You're much nicer in the middle of the night.
Call it a hunch, a feeling.
Women's intuition?
I'm hooked on a feeling.
No, anybody can have insight.
He's at it again. He's really hooked on that song.
Viv is rattling plates a little too loudly. Mikey dawdles out from his bedroom, surprising all when he speaks.
Keep it down, will ya? I need my beauty sleep.
Is that really you in there, Mikey?
No, it's Richard Gere in me. Now that'd be nice. Of course it's me. Why y'all up at this ungodly hour?
It's been the inn of the damned here tonight.
Simon had nightmares and went walkabout, and you were chatting and singing in your sleep.
You sure it was me?
I heard and saw it for myself.
I came in and sat on your bed a while. Don't you remember?
Nope. I was deep in sleep. You were both in my bedroom. I'd have worn nicer PJs if I'd known.
I must have set you off with my night terrors.
The raids.
Yes. They keep getting replayed over and over.
You mentioned cupboards before. Is it always a confined space in those dreams?
Yes, that's spooky. How'd you know that?
Well, it stands to reason you sleep in a cubicle.
But cubicles are normally fun.
Perhaps the confinement is playing on your already unsettled mind. What happens during a raid?
If we're on stage, we race to the dressing room or out the back door or lock ourselves in the loo. It's extremely stressful running in stilettos.
There you go. Your nightmare comes from being trapped and facing danger. You relive it.
And that divider over there will make it feel like you're hemmed in. And you are. It's pretty tight.
Talking of tight, why are you wearing your underwear on the beanbag, Wills?
Steph said it was fine, Mike.
Special dispensation from the Pope. Lucky beanbag.
Why don't you try sleeping without it?
Underwear? That's a no-no in this house.
The divider. Remove the physical boundary.
It might create more optimal conditions for sleep for you, Simon. And, Mikey, what we wear and do in our own bed, for that matter, is our own business.
You got that right, sister. I don't want to know.
Thanks so much for your input. Spatial harmony is vital for the spirit and core energy centers.
The what now?
You know, I think there's a nexus between Simon's somnambulant behaviour and Mikey's somniloquy.
The sum of what now?
Simon is afflicted with somnambulism.
Is it life-threatening?
It means he's a sleepwalker. He'll be fine.
Unless he happens to be on the 23rd floor. Grub's up. Come and get it. What shall we name it?
Something other than grub?
A midnight snack? Too late. A onesie?
It's nearly 2 a.m. Maybe twosies?
Fabulous.
What about Georgia?
What's a Georgia?
It's a girl. She's sleeping in the other room.
Steph, you got lucky!
If only. I wouldn't be nursemaiding you collection of critters right now.
She's here for William.
Well.
For the 100th time, she's a friend. Staying over.
So go, be with her. Someone should get some sleep.
Okay, I will. Thanks, Viv, for the snacks. Night all, or morning, whatever.
Food in bed. Ugh, messy.
I can assure you it'll be the only messy thing going on in there.
Shortly after, in the kitchen.
I'm not surprised I need to talk in my sleep.
Why, Mikey?
It has to come out somewhere. I need to release my thoughts, my feelings, my desires.
Oh, please. You are constantly expressing yourself. You talk underwater.
I tried once. I nearly drowned. I can't talk at the library or performing my community service.
You might have picked the wrong profession, Mr. Have a Chat.
I get shushed everywhere I go.
What is this community service? It sounds noble.
Trust me, it isn't.
Excuse me? I give relief to others, but there are upsides to working in a library. The quiet is very calming and there's always plenty of trade coming and going.
Trade?
He's not talking about the stock market.
But there's jailbait too. I have to be careful. They look mature, but I've been fooled before.
Oh, tell us more.
Perhaps not. The school uniform should have been your first clue, Mikey.
Thank you, Miss Marple. The plain-clothed ones.
So you had no idea you talk in your sleep?
Oh, yes, my family ridiculed me all the time for it. Relentless they were.
And you didn't think to tell me when we moved in together?
No, but what we do in our bed is our own business.
Touché, Mikey. Touché.
So what was I saying? Did I make sense?
No more than usual.
Steph, it is seriously psychological disturbances that Mikey and I have. It happens to the very sensitive and delicately fragile souls.
Thank you, Si. I think. Doesn't everybody do it?
None of my sleepovers have ever reported it.
What? All three of them?
7, actually.
Oh, your tally is rising and gaining on me.
That's a marker I don't aspire to compete with.
How do you sleep, Steph?
On a tum-tum. Very unladylike.
I don't want to be ladylike. At least I don't mangle show tunes.
A crash sound is heard from next door.
What was that?
A possum, maybe?
I think it's nice that we're all safe and sound now.
And wide awake in the middle of the night.
A further crash is heard from next door. And yet another.
I thought you said you were alone, Viv. Wasn't that the blob?
I hope it's the blob, or it's one huge possum.
He must be just getting in. No, he can be clumsy.
Has he been out drinking?
Probably. I don't think so. Not sure.
Another jarring sound is heard.
Won't he worry where you are?
I left a note. It's fine. He'll sleep.
Any quirky night behaviours you have to share, Viv?
Oh, let's see. Well, I snore. I wake myself up. It's so bad. The blob's a restless sleeper too. He tosses and turns, limbs all akimbo.
Does he take up more room than you do?
Even with a king-size bed, he blobs all over me.
How luxurious. I'm building up to a queen.
Ha! Simon laughed too. Could you get separate beds?
No, why would I?
So you both get a good night's sleep.
My parents always had their own beds.
It's amazing they managed to have so many kids.
Having intercourse doesn't require an abundance of space.
Oh, very true. So I've been told.
A wife's place is by her husband's side.
My folks have only ever been separated by a bedside table for 30 years.
Viv, don't you think you should...
Leave it, Simon. I think it's time we thought about packing it in. It's been a very long night.
Thank you for the queenly snacks, Viv.
Queenly? Oh, the cucumber sandwiches, yes.
Can we all quietly clean up and not leave it to Viv? Can't have those hands any more crinkled.
The four carefully tidy up. Viv looks unsettled, still.
Are William and Georgia getting it on?
Or getting it off.
That's enough, you two. Viv, do you want the sofa?
Mikey and Simon look at each other, then to Steph and to Viv.
What? It's late and no need to disturb the blob now.
That's very kind, Steph. Very thoughtful. I appreciate it. If the blob cared, he would too.
I'll get you a small blanket.
Thanks, dolls.
Sweet dreams, everyone. May all your chakras and energies be released, repaired and renewed.
I second that. I don't understand it, but I second it anyway.
Good night, everyone. Or what's left of it.
Simon heads for his divider, which he moves away from his mattress. Viv carefully climbs onto the sofa and covers herself. Mikey and Steph close their doors quietly. The cast and crew from Friends of Dorothy.
The role of Mikey is played by Declan Clifford.
Steph is performed by Tessa Nielsen.
I'm River Stevens, and you have heard me perform Simon.
Hi there. The role of William is voiced by Riley Nottingham.
Martine Halliday is Viv. Well, for the duration of this podcast at least.
Featuring in the guest role of Georgia is Rosa Ablett Johnston.
Hi, the songs you've heard in this series were composed and performed by me. I'm Barry Michael.
Recorded at Big Ears Audio by Adrian Ricciotti and Tony Lazaro. And I'm Joanna Halliday, and I've been your storyteller. Friends of Dorothy was written, produced, directed, and edited by David Rector.
I don't do wardrobe.
Why, oh, why, baby, can't we get along? Why, oh, why, baby, can't we get along? We've been fussing and fighting ever since we've been fussing and fighting ever since we've been fussing and fighting ever since we begun.
Copyright 2024.